Okay, guys, so let's take a look at what's going on here. Let me just show you what this does, and then I'll show you the code and everything and how it works. Right now, you don't. Let me just stop this. All right, we really don't need to see the code. So let's look at the circuit. So it says it's dark, and then it'll still say it's dark, and when it reaches over 500, it'll say it's light. And you'll see this thing goes from 0 to 679. That's the highest voltage you'll get on it. That's ultimate brightness, and ultimate darkness is 6. And then we're saying if it's a little more than halfway, it's light. And you notice the LCD is, changing to read that. So take a look at the circuit. Let me explain how this works. I just used another breadboard, not a big deal. And what I did was I ran the 5 volt over to the 5 power, the power to the power. I ran the ground to the ground, the ground to the ground. And what I did, this is a little weird to set up. This is called the voltage divider. So you're going to put power on one side, and this is a resistor. Then this resistor is going to send out some power, and some of the power is going to go to ground, and the other power is going to go ahead and go over to A0. This acts as a voltage divider. You could Google voltage dividers if you want to learn more about it, but just know that if you don't put in this resistor right here, you can't find out the voltage between the two resistors, between the 2 points. You can't. So this resistor allows you to do that. If I were to just get rid of this resistor, let's just say I were to move it a little bit and run it, it'll always show full value. So it'll always get the full value, but when you do this, it divides the voltage. It'll send some of it down to here, half of it, and the other half it'll go to here. That's why you'll notice that if I go to ultimate brightness, it's 671, right? 679. It's half. Half goes down, half goes up. That's what's happening. And then you could, based on how much is going through, you could mess with it. Okay, cool. So that's the way that works. It's not always half. It could be, it vary depending on the resistance of the resistor. All right. So how do we do this in code? What's the code to do this? Let's take a look. We'll go through this step by step. So set up your sensor pin as a 0. Light cal is just your light calibration. It's just your initial value. You really don't even need that, honestly. We could probably get rid of that. You could just simply say, you could just do this. We really don't even need the light calibration. In real life, you might want to put it, but we don't need to in here. Old light val equals analog read sensor pin. So you're just reading what's in the sensor pin. What are you getting back from the sensor pin? You're just saying, well, A0 or the sensor pin, doesn't matter, you could use either one, is an input, okay? And you're setting up your serial monitor for some, reading and writing. Cool, fantastic. All right, in our loop, we're just calling this function called lightSensor. It doesn't return anything. Here's our function. It doesn't return anything. That's some code here, so let's take a look at what it does. It says the light value is, read from the pin, and then go ahead and print out the light value, so whatever that may be. And you're saying if the old light value is not equal to the light value, so that means the light value's changed, you're going to set the cursor to 0, 0, and what this does is just clears the line. So this right here, it clears the top line of code, and this one clears the bottom line of code. Oh, I should say characters. Okay, easy enough. So 0, 0 means go to the 0th column, 0th row, and the other one is go to the 0th column, 0th column, first row, and then this right here is just 15 blanks, so that just clears it. Now you're saying old light val equals light val. So the light val changed, so now our old light val is going to change too. Our old light val is going to be our new light val if it's different, right? And then you're going to say, okay, if light val is greater than 500, you want to go ahead and put the cursor at 0, 0 and say it's light. Else, you're going to put the cursor at 0, 0 and you're going to print it's dark. So this is putting the 0, 0. Again, that's the first line, first column. It's light, it's dark, right? What this does, this is just saying, it's just printing out whatever the light value is. So whatever you read in, it's printing that out each time. That's all it's doing. It's printing it out each time. Now, if you want, you could always just only print the value if it changes. If you wanted to do that, you don't have to. I think this is fine. And that's all that's happening. So basically what's happening is if the value changes, you clear out the line and you reset the light value, the old light value to the new light value, and then you write it's light or it's dark, depending on whether you read in 500 or not. So there you go. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a pretty basic program. So thanks for watching.